Philippians is in the New Testament. It's okay.
I've never listened.
She's got her own Bible. What version is that? NIV? New Testament. No, it's a different one, yeah?
It's not different. King James.
That's fine, that's fine. Open Philippians 2:9 and let's read it. Because over there he does not consider himself equality with God. He doesn't say he is God.
Right, but why are you against Jesus?
I'm not against him. I'm actually, I do not want injustice done on Jesus. When he never claims to be God, you're saying he's God.
Three Jesus you're talking about. There are three Jesus. And the fourth one is a Jesus.
Philippian one. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about Philippian.
You're talking about.
This guy is good.
Okay, we are talking about Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, which Christ? There is an Islamic Jesus.
We are talking about Jesus Christ in the Bible.
Jesus Christ of the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many Jesus Christ are there in the Bible?
Jesus Christ of the Bible is one.
That's all we are talking about. Okay, that's it. That's it. Stop. No.
Okay.
I don't want you to interrupt when we both are talking, if you don't mind, okay?
Please.
If you want to talk, we can talk afterwards.
No, that's what I'm checking.
Philippian one. Philippian
So
one.
now your doubt is clear, is it? Jesus Christ of the Bible.
Yes.
Good. Carry on.
Philippian
2:9.
2:9. Here. Therefore God also. You can read it.
Yeah, no, let her read from our Bible. That's fine. You keep it open as well. Because you see, there are many testimonies from Jesus where he says he's not
He
God.
was God. He did not think of equality with God, but he says, all right.
Does he say though he was God, or though he was in the image of God?
Though he was God.
Ah, sure. What's in yours? Who being in the form of God. You see, even the Bible's different.
Why is it different?
Now I don't know which Holy Spirit describe that. Which one is that anyway?
Don't interrupt, brother.
Is the English?
It says quite strength.
English.
Oh, New Living Translation. Okay, that's a New Living Translation. Okay, you see.
That was my point. Though he was, that's what I was saying to you.
No. But the
Though
thing
he
is,
was God
wait.
in heaven,
Wait.
he did not consider that.
When you say, when he says though, he says in the form of God here. 2:9. Where is this? Philippians chapter 2 verse 9. Is it 9 or 6? I think 6. Yeah, here it is. Verse 6. Who being in the form of God, not God. Was Adam in the form of God?
Hang on, we've just read this. It just says.
No, but
Though being.
But you see, these are two different Bibles, having two
Well, I
different.
don't know your Bible.
Well,
I don't know where you got this.
it is the Gideon's,
Okay, cool.
and I'm sure the New.
I don't read the Gideons. But
Do you read the New International Version? Do you read the NIV? No, but do you read the NIV?
I have read the NIV.
Do you think the NIV is accurate?
Well, sometimes they call it the. Yeah.
Okay, because every Bible that I've read, it says in the form of God, not in the.
I've read stuff with you, that's why.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. Every Bible has a different commentary. Sorry, a different translation from the Greek. Whom do we trust?
Well, isn't the same true of the Quran?
What is the language of the Quran?
It's Arabic.
It's Arabic. We read the Quran in Arabic.
7th century.
Wait a minute. It's still applicable today. It's a live language. Do you know that?
Where is it?
Everywhere. All the Arabs. Do you know Arabic?
No.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
Arabic. I am Arab.
7th century Quran.
Yeah.
It's in the Birmingham University. Go and check it out.
There's only 3 pages on that thing.
Well, there's others. There's the Sana manuscript. There is the Topkapi manuscript. Where's the 1st century Bible? Anyone? 0 manuscripts.
Yeah, well,
Is that right? Is that right? Wait. Is that right? 0 manuscript for the 1st century.
There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
From the 1st century, how many are there?
Look, there is Arabic and there is translation in English. Arabic is still there, but there is so many translations.
No, we are talking about the manuscript. How many manuscripts are there from the 1st century? Can you answer that question?
I don't know.
0 manuscripts.
There's no 7th century Quran.
I just told you, Birmingham University.
No, there's 2 or 3 pages on
No, the Sana manuscript is from the 1st century Hijrah. The Topkapi manuscript, have you looked into it?
Yes, I have.
Okay, how old is the Sana manuscript? Exactly, you have no idea.
But I don't know. It's not.
I've just told you it's from the 1st century Hijrah, from within 100 years of the Prophet Muhammad. Okay? For the Bible, there is 0 manuscripts for the 100 years. Even 200 years, there's barely any manuscripts.
That's because they.
Don't give me excuses why they're not there. As long as they are not there, they're not there. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to the Bible. When Jesus himself says he doesn't know the hour, is he fully God? Who is ignorant of the hour? No, he's not. He says in the form of God. Just like Adam was in the form of God.
We disagree.
Well, your Bibles disagree, not me. You know, I will show you majority of the Bibles disagree with that version that you're quoting them. Majority of the Bibles disagree with your version.
I don't believe it.
So, when you say, do you believe that Adam is created in the form of God? In Genesis,
Image of God.
form, image, same thing. Yes, it is. What's the difference between image and form?
Form is the actual thing. The image is a reflection.
What's the difference? If I say you're a spitting image of your dad, what does it mean? You look like your dad? Yes? So even if you say form is a representation of God, it doesn't mean God. When you're the form of something, you're not that thing.
I'm referring to this, you're referring to that. So,
yeah, but I can show you several more translations which agree with this, not that. I will show you right now. Shall I show you right now? You know, Bible Hub is quite a good app online. Just hold that one second.
There's only one Jesus. There's only one Jesus. But people talk about Jesus. But how do you know? What do you know about Jesus? It's true gospels. True gospels. And those gospels,
Here it is, look.
by man. By Mark, John.
This is the New International Version. It's saying who being in the very nature of God. New Living Translation. Though he was God.
being in the very nature of God.
Wait. In the nature of God doesn't mean God. No, it doesn't. When Adam was created in the nature of God, it doesn't mean he's God.
Very nature of
No.
God.
In English Standard Version, it's saying though he was in the form of God. Yes? In the Brain Study, it says,
the very nature of God is
wait. In the Berean Study, it says in the form of God. In the Berean literally, it says in the form of God. In New American, it says he existed in the form of God. In the King James, it says in the form of God. Yes? I can go on and on. Only in one of that, it says being God. There you go. So all the Bibles agree with the translation I gave you. Anyway, look, you can shake your head, but those are not Muslims who wrote those Bibles. And they are scholars, they are not like you and me. So they must have studied to come to the conclusion to say they're in the form of God.
And what does that mean?
It means like Adam was created in the form of God. Yes.
Adam was created in the image of God.
Same thing again. Shall I show you Bibles which say in the form of God? About Adam?
Like Jesus.
Interesting.
I pray like Jesus. And I'm fasting like Jesus.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm telling you. I can show you in the form of God, no problem. But you will still stick to that version, isn't it? I'll just be wasting my time.
No, you've given me something to think about. So
Okay,
I'll
good.
go back and look at it.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you believe God is immortal?
You're following Jesus.
Yes.
But the truth
Do you believe Jesus is
you're
immortal?
following Paul.
Jesus was raised from
Do you keep the commandment?
You know what immortal means?
Do you guys keep the commandment? You keep commandment like Jesus said.
Did Jesus die?
What
What does that make him?
Well, that makes him our Saviour.
That makes him immortal.
Yeah. Well, I just said
You agree?
He took on mortality.
Ah, wait. When he took on mortality,
Chose to come down.
who took on mortality? The the spirit or the body? Which was mortal? The body or the spirit?
Well, talking about Jesus, the Word.
The word. The word became immortal.
The Word became flesh.
But
The
did,
Word wasn't.
no, did he become mortal? The word.
For God, yeah. The devil is spiritual, so we don't know him. Jesus said,
That means he's not God because God, according to the Bible, is immortal.
Okay, that was his whole mission. He limited himself in that way.
do you love him?
Look, whether limited or not, as soon as he became mortal, he's no more immortal.
Your enemy.
Do you know that that body of his, the incarnated body, is going to remain with him throughout eternity? You're aware of that? Are you aware of that?
What?
You don't know that?
As I know, Jesus.
Honestly, as a Christian, yes.
No, it says there will be a new heaven and a new earth.
No, for him,
And you will have a new body.
his body, his human nature, will remain with him for eternity.
Never be crucified.
As a Christian, you should know that. Honestly, you should.
I don't believe that.
Okay, so when Jesus died, it clearly proves that he's a mortal, not immortal, because God says he alone is immortal. That excludes Jesus now.
No, he took on mortality.
Then he became immortal, that's what I'm telling you.
What? So you're saying there's something that God cannot do?
It's contradictory to God's nature. God says, can God lie?
You're saying it's contradictory.
Does God lie?
No, God is not.
When God tells you that he's immortal, who are you to say otherwise? You see the point I'm coming from? Yes? So when God says he's immortal, we are no one to say he's immortal. I would rather believe what God says than believe you.
You don't have to believe it.
I don't.
And I don't have to believe you.
No, but I'm telling you what God said in the Bible.
Well, we've also looked at other things that God said in the
Well,
Bible.
look at 1 Timothy and 6:16 in that Bible. It'll say the same thing. that he's immortal. No Bible verse that I know says God is mortal.
But Paul, who says that?
The only people who say God died are the Christians. Yes, I'm talking about the Abrahamic faith here. You guys are the odd ones out. And for you, the crucifixion and resurrection are the main things. Is your main doctrine. Your doctrine proves that he's not God. Your main doctrine actually proves Jesus is not God because he died. By his own creation. Can you believe that? His own creation killed him. Honestly, this is something which is blaspheming in the faith. Because God, according to the Bible, does not die. And you're saying God died by his own creation.
No, he said, I lay down my life and I take my life up again.
So he committed suicide. What happens when somebody lays down their life by themselves?
It's not the same thing.
Did Jesus die by himself or did someone kill him?
No, he allowed that to happen.
No. Did someone kill him or did he die by himself? Was it a suicide or was he murdered?
But he's God. So he can say...
Which makes it even more ridiculous. Exactly my point. If he's God,
From you saying it's ridiculous.
shall I tell you why it's ridiculous? Because God says he's immortal and you're saying he died. Whom do I believe, God or you?
He says, I lay down my life and I take my life up again. How can you take your life up again?
Exactly. If you're dead, how can you take yourself up again? Unless you didn't die.
Unless you're God.
Unless you didn't die.
Unless you're God.
No, unless you didn't die. Because if you're, okay.
So you're saying he didn't die?
No, I'm saying he didn't die. As a Muslim, I don't believe he died.
What does that mean as a Muslim?
As a Muslim, it means he has a mission to accomplish, and he's going to come back in his second coming, and then he's going to die. He didn't die yet.
Who was on the cross?
Somebody else. We don't know who that was.
Somebody else?
Yes, why not?
Who put that somebody else?
God
Mary
can't.
was there, John was there. How come they didn't?
Have you got a gospel according to Mary?
No, I've got a gospel according to Matthew.
Exactly. Was either Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John were there? Was any of the gospel writers there? No. They all ran away. They all forsook him. They all abandoned him. No, John wasn't there. No, he wasn't. Look at the latest scholars in Christianity who believe John did not write John.
I know John didn't write John.
So who wrote the gospel of John?
Followers of John.
Which means he wasn't there.
Well, he was there.
No, I'm saying the writers of John weren't there.
He didn't write the gospel.
My point exactly. None of the gospel writers were there.
Just the same as the people who wrote the gospel of Muhammad.
How do you know? Muhammad's companions were there. The people who wrote with their own hands the Quran, which was revealed to Muhammad, they were all
No,
there.
I'm talking about the biographies.
Sorry?
I'm talking about the biographies of Muhammad.
Yeah, even the biographies have a chain of narration. Do you know that? A chain of narration which links all the way back to Muhammad.
So you're claiming the same process that I'm
Do you have a chain of narration? What is the chain of narration? Tell me who are the authors of that Bible. You said John didn't write John. Who wrote John? Tell me even his first name. Forget about his biography. You know, we have the entire biography of everyone who actually wrote the Quran with their hands, the scribes. Yes. We don't only have the first name, the father's name, the grandfather's name. We have the entire biography. It's called Ilm al-Rijal, the study of the biography of the people who wrote the narrations.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that's possible.
You haven't even looked into it. But you know what? In your case, you do not even have the first name of the authors, let alone the biography. Am I right? Am I right? So how do you know those people who wrote the Bible can be trustworthy if you don't even know them?
Well, you same thing about the Quran or the...
I just told you the biography we
And I
have.
just told
We
you
know who
that.
wrote
I
it.
don't believe that. I don't believe
No, but wait. You need to have a reason.
Who was there recording each and every person when they were writing a
You need
play?
you need to have a reason. Wait. You need to have a reason why you don't believe. Just brushing aside something which we have a concrete evidence of. We have not only the person who revealed it, the person to whom it was transmitted, the next person to whom it was transmitted, all the way for 200 years up to Bukhari and Muslim. We have the entire chain of narration for the hadith. You know, even the weak hadith, we have the chain of narration for them. These guys, for the primary source, the Bible, they do not have a chain of narration. In fact, they do not even know who wrote it. They have 0 manuscripts and 0 eyewitnesses. How?
How could anyone possibly have recorded every single witness for everything that Muhammad said?
Why not?
Who was there taking the names?
Who said it was every single thing he said? There were many things he might have said which were not there, but the essential things came to us through authentic narrations
How do you know that the essential thing?
from the Quran.
So how do you know that?
We have the first century Al-Hijra Quran, manuscripts.
You were saying there were many things that didn't get into the Quran. But how do you
No,
know?
I said in the hadith, you didn't hear properly. Okay? But we have the first century Quran, Al-Hijra, we have 0 manuscripts of the first century. And the second century, 0. Almost nil in the second century. Only a few fragments. And you know what?
But we have
Al-Hijrah.
hundreds of copies from the 3rd century.
First century Al-Hijrah. Do you know what Al-Hijrah is? Okay, it's the first Islamic calendar, first year of the Islamic calendar. So what I'm saying is that we have evidence, A, manuscript evidence, B, we have the memorization mode which is alive to this day, which also has a chain of narration.
When I asked you for the 7th century Quran, you referred to 2 pages in the Birmingham.
No, I gave you 3, remember? I gave you the Sana manuscript, the Topkapi manuscript, and the one in the Birmingham University. But you only remembered one.
Only because I didn't believe the Birmingham University.
Well, that's up to you, you don't have to believe. The carbon dating was done by Oxford University, not by Muslims. By non-Muslims who confirm the date.
But do we even know it's from the Quran?
Sorry?
Do we even know it's from the Quran?
What do you mean?
It may be pre-Quran.
Pre-Quranic? So you're saying who wrote the Quran before Muhammad? Exactly. Exactly my point. You don't know, you're just speculating. Yes, because J. Smith told you it's written pre-Quran, pre-Muhammad, so you believed him. You know how carbon dating works? They give you a range of date. They give you the beginning, the earliest possible, to the latest, basically the latest possible when it was written, and you have to basically decipher when it was written within that range. They don't give you the exact time and date when the manuscripts were written. They always give you a range. So what J. Smith and the but the fabrics at that time they were immediately utilized, and there was there's evidence for that. You know that was not the only way they found out the date. There's something called paleography. You know what paleography is? Yeah, that is basically the study of the manuscript through the writing through the script. There you go. And you know what? Out of all that thing done,
This is not mine.
have been carbon dated. You know your 4th century manuscript, the Codex Sinaiticus, has 2 extra books in it. Not extra words, not extra verses, 2 entire non-canonical books. The Shepherd of Hermas and the Epistle of Barnabas.